The following program was provided by an independent producer solely responsible for its content. The opinions expressed do not necessarily represent the views of this station, its staff, board of directors, or underwriters.
As a former New Hampshire state representative who marched with Dr. Martin Luther King in 1963, he currently serves on the New Hampshire Commission for Human Rights. He's a product of Birmingham, Alabama, where at one time he had to guess how many jelly beans were in a fruit jar just to be able to vote.
We've come a long way, but we're not there yet.
Together we will explore the visible laws, invisible laws, and the structures above and beneath our human surface that keep us reaching for the stars. It is his goal to work with you in putting Nashua back on top, to be voted the #1 city in the nation again.
We are in a crisis situation, and that's what we're going to talk about.
I'm Harvey Keye. Welcome to Nashua Strong.
Hello, Nashua. This is Harvey Keye, Nashua Strong, right here at Access Nashua, New Hampshire. Right here in the heart of Nashua, New Hampshire, you have a fantastic public radio station. And sometimes we don't get a chance to compliment those guys behind the scene. We call them, I want to call them D&D. That doesn't mean Dunkin' Donuts. It means Dick and Dan. They're the ones who run this show. They're the ones who edit the show so that it goes around the world on YouTube and internet, and certainly into your homes. And I want to thank you for listening to and watching us here at Access Nashua, New Hampshire. And we're back now, and the pandemic has forced us to do certain things. I hope you're safe and sound. I hope you're practicing the scientific method. We in Nashua are lucky enough to have a governor of the state who has put his foot down in terms of wearing the mask, shaking hands, staying your distance. We are a state that has the smallest number of deaths and hospitalizations and people who have been affected by this bug called bug. I don't know what they call it. They call it a bug or something, I'm sure. But this is the first time, I believe, in 80 to 100 years we've had this huge thing happen to our population. And we are resilient, and we are coming back stronger than before, and perhaps better than before. We know this, that the bug is not to play with. Stay your distance, wash your hands, keep a mask on, and keep those people that you love safe and sound. Today, I have with me a young lady that is so unusual and so captivating and so imaginative. It makes my heart sing, because I believe the youth of this country is the heart of this country. The future of this country lies in the heart and the minds and imagination of people like the young lady I'm going to introduce you to shortly. I've been around a long time, and I think maybe she does not know that this station got, my TV station, a show got started because when I was discharged from the U.S. Army in 1956, I went into my hometown in Birmingham, Alabama to vote, and they wouldn't allow me to vote. Now, we don't talk about race, creed, color, religion on this show, but this show got started because of the reason that they wouldn't let me vote. So there must be some reason, there must be some money or something huge behind the fact that they don't want certain people to vote. We won't get into that today. We don't talk about politics. We don't talk about race, creed, or color on this show. We talk about progress. We talk about those issues and those things that make Nashua strong. And we have a young lady here today. Her name is Annaleah. Annaleah.
Annaleah.
Annaleah Borowski.
Bukowski.
Burkowski. That's close. But I want to ask her a couple of questions before I let her take the show, because it is her show. And she's going to talk to you about some things that I think is going to make a huge number of young people think about what they want to do with their lives when they grow up. So I'm going to ask you, Annaleah, you're the president and CEO, right? May I call you ma'am, Miss President?
Sure.
What about Miss CEO, Chief Executive Officer? You all, but more than that, you're the founder.
Yes.
How old are you?
I'm 10 years old.
10 years old? 10 years old, and you're the founder of a business in this country, which I think is marvelous, fantastic. What do you think moved you in that direction? What sparked you inside to say, I want to own a company?
Well, it was more of my dad.
Your dad? Okay.
I wanted to start it because I enjoyed landscaping, and I saw that he did it every single day that for as long as I can remember. So it was kind of fun. So I thought I could take because this was around my birthday, I thought I could take my money and just buy a lawnmower and do lawns.
So you bought a lawnmower with your money
Yep.
to do lawns. And you can't even push a lawnmower.
I can.
Well, was it a push or an electric?
It was a push mower. We have a big mower and a little mower.
Yeah.
I can only operate the little one. My dad drives the big one.
Okay. Let me ask you this. What is your full name?
My full name is Annaleah Bukowski.
What is it?
Annaleah Rose Bukowski.
Annaleah?
Rose Bukowski.
Spell that last name. Is it Brokowski?
It's Bokouski.
Where did that name come from?
It's my dad's last name.
Your dad's last name. Okay. And you're 10 years old.
Yes.
And you go to school. What grade are you?
I'm in 5th grade.
5th grade. What is your favorite subject, madam? What do I call you, Madam President? Miss President. Is it Madam?
I don't really care.
You don't care?
Nope.
But something got to be right.
Just everybody calls me Annaleah.
Okay, I'll call you Annaleah. I'll call you Miss CEO. I like that because I think that's going to stick with you. And I think if it sticks with you, it might rub off some other people. So, what is your favorite subject?
It's reading.
What?
Reading.
Reading. Wow. Wow. What have you read that's just took you over the rainbow?
Well, I really enjoy reading graphic novels.
Graphic novels. Would you tell me what that is?
Graphic novels are kind of like, it's basically a comic book.
Okay. Could you tell me, Annaleah, where did this passion? Now, you saw your dad doing lawns, and you fell in love with the grass.
Yes.
And how it should look, and how tall it should be, and how green it should be, and what you put on it to make it green and tall. Fertilized, right? What inspired you to give you this move? Was it somebody in the political arena, in a sports arena, or some person who do you honor? Who did you read about that gave you some ideas to become a founder of a company?
It was my dad and Harriet Tubman.
Your dad is one, and the other person is Harriet Tubman?
Yes.
What do you know about Harriet Tubman?
I know that during her life, she helped free over 300 enslaved people.
300 enslaved people. She helped free them?
Yeah, about 300 people.
And how did she do this?
Well, she used something called the Underground Railroad. It's I think it's a train track. It's a place where she can get from Maryland, which I believe she was in, to a safe place who don't have slaves and they can roam around free.
So she was born in Maryland.
Yeah. She was born into slavery.
She was a slave.
Yeah.
And she helped those slaves get out of slavery.
Yep.
by helping them escape to the north where slavery was not as persistent. That's fantastic. How do you like her? How do you know about her?
Well, I know about her because we read about her in school
In
once.
school? Okay. And was that recent? Some time ago?
It was a little while ago, a couple of years ago.
Is she one of your heroes?
Yes.
You follow her? You'd like to rescue, let's see, some people who don't know about grass. Help them understand what grass is about and how beautiful the world can be with grass, right? What's your favorite subject you told me?
Reading.
You read everything that you
Yeah.
can. Where do you read? At home or go to the library?
I read at home, the library, at school.
At school? Okay. And some of the stuff you read, give me another. You read about Harriet Tubman. What other subject that you read about that you like?
I read about like animal life.
Animal life. So that's rather scientific, isn't it? What kind of animals do you like?
It's a breed of dogs. It's called Tibetan Mastiff.
A breed of dogs. And a bad dog?
Tibetan Mastiff. They're really, really big.
They're big dogs. They're nice dogs. They're not like rat lives. What is it?
No, you have to train them to be nice. Though.
Yeah, you have to train them. Okay. Do you play any sports?
I like sometimes when we have our break to go outside during school, I play soccer.
You play soccer. Do you like soccer? Are you good at soccer? Okay. You're in the 5th grade.
Yes.
What kind of grades do you get, Annaleah?
Normally, I get average grades. I don't know because they haven't come in yet.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Your favorite sport is soccer. And who outside of your mom and dad do you honor? Do you like a lot?
Harriet Tubman.
Harriet Tubman. Anybody
Like I
else?
said. I like this. She's a scientist, Mary Curie.
Mary Kay?
Mary Curie. Madame Curie.
Madam Curie. I think you have a scientific mind, young lady. That all comes with the package, right? Okay. All right, young lady. It seems to me that in school you've studied, you read a lot, love reading. Make sure you have a lot of light behind you so you don't ruin your eyes.
Yeah.
Make sure that the letters are large enough so you don't have to strain and that kind of thing. Where do you see yourself in your mind's eye when you graduate from elementary school?
I see myself going to fairgrounds.
Fairground.
School.
That's a middle school. And that starts at the 7th grade?
6.
6. And then after that, can you visualize you going further?
I go to Nashua High School South.
Nashua High School South. And then after that, where do you see Angelique going?
College.
Which one? Any other one?
I don't know. Just one that I can get into. I don't really have goals for college, just to get into one.
Yeah. Well, let me say this to you. We have a Riviera University right here, and Sister Paulie has been on our show. And if you go on YouTube, you'll see her talking to me, and she wants you to come to that school.
Oh.
Yeah, she's looking for you. And so is Mayor Jim Donches. You know who he is?
Yes.
Okay. He would love to have you on his team because you are so bright and you're so imaginative. So, let's see, what else can you tell our TV audience about you and this grad? What about substantial urban growth, like the city, growing vegetables inside the city rather than going out to the farm, growing it vertically? Have you heard of that?
No.
No. You know, I live at a place up at Kessler Farms, and just recently, before it got a little colder, it seemed that the grass was beginning to turn brown. And this truck came by with a lot of stuff in it, green stuff, and put on the grass. And a week, it was all grass and pretty and green. Do you know anything about that?
I've heard a couple things about it. Like my dad's told me a little bit about that.
Now, you're the CEO and president, and you sort of take charge of your family members. You got 5 brothers and sisters, and they all help you do the work?
My oldest brother, his name is Xavier, he actually lives at my grandmother's house. He does not help us.
He's not there?
Yeah, he
But you got
doesn't.
5 others, 4 others.
4 others.
So when you go out to work, like raking leaves, or I don't know what you do do anything to flower beds, pick the weeds?
Yeah, we.
How do you direct them? You tell them what to do?
We mainly work as like, we see what needs to be done, and if there's something we can do, we just jump onto it. Yeah, we don't.
So they really work with you.
Yeah, we work together. We don't boss each other around.
Yeah, you don't
often.
boss anybody.
No.
So you say, this needs to be done, and this needs to be done, and we get together and we do it. And everybody's happy. You don't have any fights.
No.
You must be a good leader.
Or we play together a lot, and we're
You
really.
play together alone,
Yeah,
you
we-
work together, you
Yeah,
sleep
so-
together, you eat together.
So
You know,
it's
one of the
just-
things I think you have, because I think you're a good leader, because you don't have any fights, you don't have any arguments about, I worked too hard, you gave me this much work, and you didn't give my sister as much work. You know the details of the work, of mowing the lawn. What about picking up trash?
We do that. We.
That's part of your game plan?
Yep.
What else is in your bailiwick, in your wheelhouse, in your plans to do as you move forward?
So, I don't really. Do you mean like as we get bigger?
Yeah,
what do we
yeah.
Do? Oh, we don't really have a plan. We just like if we get bigger and more clients,
Yeah.
we just upgrade, like get better versions of what we have, or hire some more people.
Yeah. Well, you know, as I tell you, Sister Paula was on this show. And when she left the show, she says, Harvey, because I went to that school too, I want you to go there if you can. She said, the motto at Riviera University is upward and better. So your team can accept and model that motto as upward and better as you go forward. That's something you like to do? How would you do it?
Well, in order to get like better, we'd have to earn more money by taking on more jobs and more clients. If we get more clients, we could therefore hire more people to do and get better like trucks or dumpster trailers, and that way we can get the jobs done faster.
Yeah, and get more jobs. Because the faster you get these jobs completed, you get more.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, are you registered? Are you incorporated? Or
Not yet, but we're hoping to become an LLC soon.
an LL?
An LLC.
What?
An LLC.
What does that mean?
Limited liability company, right?
You are an LLC. You know, I was trying to put the ball game on you. You know what an LLC is, a limited liability company. And that's the first step. Now, then, of course, you can incorporate. And when you do that, there are a lot of benefits you can get, like tax deductions and expenses that you and your dad ride around. You got to buy gasoline, you got to buy a truck, you got to buy a dumpster, you do all these. Those are expenses that can be deducted. In addition to that, with a paycheck, you would have gotten some of the surplus money that's coming out, hopefully, that has already come out. But, you know, that's down the road. And I think with your vision of taking this company to some levels that most young people don't even think about. They're sleeping or doing something else, or they're playing games. And that's okay, too. Don't get me wrong. You're still a young lady doing a fantastic job. And Do you have your dad? I know your dad helps you a lot, and he's one of your idols, and he's the person you honor. Helps you a lot in terms of setting up the future, like strategic plans, and how to do this and how to do that and how to roll it out so that as time goes by and your education increases, you can do a better job. Is that what you're looking for?
Mm-hmm.
How does your mom feel about this?
Well, my mom normally works on the weekends, but like before she goes to work and after she comes home from work.
Where does she work?
She works at Wendy's on
Works at Wendy's?
Yeah.
Okay.
So she sometimes helps us before she goes to work.
Yeah. Well, and you have 6 kids in your family?
6 kids.
Wow. That's a lot of mouths to feed. So you had to bring in quite a bit of money. So you got a big job to do. Stay in school so you can do it right?
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to help you do that. But I want you to tell me what did it feel like, if you can tell our audience right here in Nashua, how did it feel when you were the founder? How did it feel that your mom and dad and your sisters and brothers said, yeah, that's a great idea? What did that make you feel like?
It made me feel good, but my sister, I have a twin sister.
You have a twin sister?
Mm-hmm. Her name is Sativa, but she's like...
What's her name?
Sativa, but she's
Okay.
3 inches taller than me.
She's 3 inches taller, okay.
Yeah. But she's really supportive of me. No matter what I do, like any ideas I have, she's always right there helping me out.
Wow.
Making the plan. Like if I need help with schoolwork, she's right there. So that's why when she needs help, I'm right there too.
That's a family.
And my other brothers and sisters, like Ariana, she's helping when she can. And Dean, he's a baby, so he goes on with everybody else. And my brother Israel, he's busier, so he's doing school or something like that.
That's fantastic. And that all of that spark and hope and belief and passion came from inside of you, outside, by reading Harriet Tubman, listening to your dad and cutting grass. How old were you when you first got your lawnmower?
I was 8 years old.
8 years old. Wow. That's fantastic. I'm so proud of you. And Nashua is so proud of you. And the world is going to be so proud of you when you rise to the top and show them how it is to come from the bottom, cutting grass, planting seeds, pulling weeds. You know, a lot of people don't like to pull weeds, but you can pull weeds till the cows come home, and it doesn't make a difference for some people. But when you pull weeds, it makes it beautiful. Especially, now you said you had an arrangement with a real estate broker right here in Nashua,
Mm-hmm.
and you arranged the contract. Is that a contract with him?
No,
It could be a verbal contract.
Yeah, it's a verbal contract.
Okay, like I say, Annaleah, if you have that house over there, you build a new house, and you need some flowers and some gravel and some trash picked up, I'll do it, whatever you need. Is that what you do?
Yes.
Somewhat. You agree, and they agree on a price. That's great. And how many clients do you have?
I don't know the exact number. I can't think of it all right now, but sometimes we have like clients that we do one time and then we come back when it's time to like a cleanup. You know, when it's time to do it next year, we'd come back. Or we have mowing I can't think of the name right now.
Clients?
Clients.
Yeah.
And we do theirs like bi-weekly or once a week.
So that's steady income. Steady income. And I guess maybe when you do the LLC or the corporation or the business, you could write the expense. Right now, you can't write the expenses off. Right? You can't. So you need to do that pronto. And we got some people in the community, and I'm sure once they hear you, they're going to run to you and say, let me help you. And if you would accept that, I'll take some names of people who say, let me show you or help you do the LLC or the corporation or whatever you choose. And I think you'll be well on your way to becoming one of the stars in our country. And I say in our great country called United States of America. You feel good about this country. You can go to the top. The only country in the world that you could do anything you want to do if you choose to do it. It takes a lot of hard work. It takes a lot of studying. It takes a lot of discipline. It takes a lot of listening to your mom and dad. It takes a lot of respect. And I believe that's what you have. And with that, I believe we will have a better world. And it has nothing to do with race, creed, or color, or gender, a little girl or a big girl, but a better human being. As Einstein says, you know who that was?
Mm-hmm.
He says, intelligence is not just knowledge. Intelligence is how you dream and imagine to become a leader in the world of agriculture, in the world of horticulture, in a world of whatever it is you choose to do. That is called intelligence. And for that, young lady, I want to tell Nashua, who's watching, this young lady, grow up right here in our midst, 90 to 100,000 of us, and we're not there yet, but watch her grow up and watch her help lead our city to a higher ground, a higher mark in terms of being a better human being. She runs her family by pulling them forward. Her sisters and brothers help her all the time, and she helps them. It's a family affair. And I am so proud to have you on our show. Thank you so much. And I hope you come back again. And Nashua, thank you for watching Access Nashua, Nashua Strong with Harvey Keye, and the two Ds, Dan and Dick, who's in the back room, who's working hard to make this show good for all of us. Thank you again. We'll see you next time.
The preceding program was provided by an independent producer solely responsible for its content. The opinions expressed do not necessarily represent the views of this station, its staff, board of directors, or underwriters.